The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Wolverines will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Foster. Rolling the dice to bring it out in the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Spartans offense will start this game off with the football. Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
And you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan...
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling. But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Gives it on the option. Shakes off the defender.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line block, certain hole, good job getting through the hole, getting on this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. And the Spartans will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will try to get something started with their first possession. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Maybe play a little bit deeper than normal. Sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
Got his man on the right. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Hansen. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Tight end now in motion. On the move. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play, because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Rushes on him. Fires on the move. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this 1st period with a huge gain. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Running back searching for a hole. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Foster. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Off play action. Oh, they're after him. Fires on the move. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hout. Gets away from one. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on this? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
Touch pass on the right. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Wolverines have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The defense... timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more and the Spartans will kick it away to crank up the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marsh. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quick completion on the out. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option?
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter. This offense did not want to be in facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So here comes the Michigan offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back. There he goes. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Give to the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And I tell you what, why would you not do this? I love it. Short yardage situation, get your QB sneak. You've already got everything going. You got a few 1st downs. You got that momentum on your side. Just get the 1st down, get that new set of downs. Now, if you want to go attack now.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Here comes the heat. Gets it to him on the screen. Runs through a tackle. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. And the Wolverines are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down.
As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. Thanks so much for spending some time with us.
This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. During those sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Buckeyes will kick this deep to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. The Wolverines offense comes onto the field for the first time today. Now, the last time they played, it was Ohio State making the plays, Kirk, in the crucial moments. It was a painful, tight loss for Michigan.
Yeah, it was a game that kind of went back and forth until Ohio State, as you said, in those final few minutes, made the right plays to be able to win the game. And now we get a chance to see the next chapter between these two great rivals.
Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, this is what I love to see from the defense. Is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Receiver makes the catch, and the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. And the Wolverines with 1st and 10 here. They'll try the ground game here. Getting close to midfield now. They bring it down to the 47. Early in this season, I think you can sense both these teams realize there's a lot to play for, a lot at stake for their seasons, and they're just kind of settling into this game.
Oh, just look at the atmosphere today. It's almost playoff-like out there. Both these teams understand what a win could do for them, and the intensity is jacked up out on the field.
That solid pursuit, though, trap them out there behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, it's Carr. Lets it go quickly. Oh, and he almost picked it off. Nearly a turnover here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Looking for the wideout. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he'll be taken down, but... And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the out route. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Ohio State has the lead here after 1. We'll check out the stats now through the opening period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Can he get there on the ground? And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was 0 in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
The Wolverines will look to convert here on 4th down. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receivers past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Short connection to the tight end here. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Wolverines pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. It's the 2-minute timeout in what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. On the run, it's Brewer. He's got got to first and still going. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Solid gain in the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He bought some time, now lets it go. That one falls incomplete, looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. To the air, it's Carr. The pocket breaking down. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense picks it up on the run. Looks like a... Hold up a second. The coach has called timeout. He may use a challenge here to have the officials take another look at that one. So if the challenge doesn't work, that'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Play action here on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Gain moves the ball right near midfield. It'll be first down. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the Bo influence on the rivalry. But I think in the new social media era, I think it's more about hatred for the two schools. From both sides, it's just a different feel. We'll feel that today when these teams go at it.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Dropping back, it's Carr. With the catch, it's Marsh. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
They keep him off balance with a run. Runs through the defender.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Takes the handoff again. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you go the wrong direction. I think we got to look at the playbook here to see how we can try to make those yards up.
A play action, looking to throw. On the move now. Looking to scramble now. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
When this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance, he gets out of the pressure off to his right. Man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Before halftime. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He makes the grab. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot.
And the Wolverines will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for... And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Handoff heading left. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. The Wolverines looking to cash in this red zone trip. Handoff in a single back formation. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Throwing off play action. Hit just as he throws the ball. Touchdown, Michigan. They cap the drive with 6 points. Quarterback delivers a strike, but man, did he pay a price on that play.
What a great feeling for any quarterback. Anytime you throw the ball, you get drilled, you're on the ground. You can just tell the result of the play by how the sideline reacts. Guys, you take a hard hit, but it's the score that makes it all worth it.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 50. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. They'll hand it off. he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the third quarter. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. First play of the quarter, offense setting up for a second down play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. And the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Throws it to the right. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. That's a short return, but... Well, that's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.